Ever come across a movie that you've never seen before, but when you find out its premise, who's in it, who's the director, you look at it and you think like, why did I never watch this? How have I never seen this? What the hell? This movie is a no-brainer for me. Time After Time is a 1979 sci-fi movie. It's written and directed by Nicholas Meyer. So why haven't I not seen this? Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan is one of my favourite movies of all time. And yet I've never really gone back to watch any other Nicholas Meyer movies, except the other Star Trek movie he did. I'm a stupid. Wow. This movie stars Malcolm McDowell, David Warner, and Mary Steenburgen. And here's the premise, right? This is wild. In 1893, H.G. Wells makes a time machine, a real one. And he is friends with Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper's about to get caught, and he pisses off in the time machine to 1979. And now H.G. Wells has to go and chase Jack the Ripper through time. What a premise! It's kind of a ridiculous premise, but ridiculously awesome. And there might be some spoilers here, because I want to talk about this film. I freaking really liked it. Man, H.G. Wells is played by Malcolm McDowell. David Warner plays Jack the Ripper. Mary Steenburgen plays a woman that H.G. Wells meets in 1979. Not only is it a really cool movie, I feel like it's got something to say as well. Some of the fun from this actually reminded me, in some ways, in a good way, to Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. It's got H.G. Wells arriving in 1979, and he expects some kind of utopia or something like that. And it's not quite like that. It's a violent world. There's been world wars which shock him, and all these kind of things. But there's been good things as well, like women's liberation, all this kind of stuff as well. And it's just interesting just to see H.G. Wells in the present day, just going through, investigating stuff, like, what's this? How does that work? What the hell is this? And then, he meets Mary Steenburgen, and she likes him, and she's forward. Like, we'd watch it and be like, that seems pretty normal. But for a guy from 1893 to be hit on like that, he's like, which is absolutely hilarious. And it's one of those movies where you could guess where it's going sometimes. Other times it throws a nice curveball. It does spend a lot of time with H.G. Wells just experiencing the modern day. And it's fantastic. David Warner as Jack the Ripper is freaking intense and scary. He can do a lot without even saying much. Just his eyes. And he's just like... And you're just like, whoa, shit's about to go down. Oh my goodness. And what does he do when he gets into the future? Well, of course he murders people. Of course. There's some timey-wimey shenanigans towards the end, which kind of works. And by the end of it, I felt like I had a good time. It was just a really fun ride. Great characters, great acting. And there's just a couple of things I was a little confused about. And anyone who can clarify this can be like, hey, mention in the comments. Because I was drunk when I watched this. Happy drunk. When my wife and I watched this. So, H.G. Wells has this thing in the basement, the time machine. And it's supposed to collect like solar sun rays and stuff like that so it can travel through time. Well, it's in the basement. Is there a sunroof or something? That's not really explained. And when they travel to the future, it doesn't stay in the one place and go to the future. It turns up in San Francisco for some reason. And I'm not sure how that worked. He didn't really say it was a space machine that could actually move and travel like that. I don't know, maybe I missed something because I'm a big dummy and I'd had alcohol. But Time After Time is a fun time. Oh my god, it is just wonderful. It's fun, it's scary, it's a little dirty in places. I guess 1979 San Francisco was a little grimy, maybe like New York or something, I don't know. But it works. I had a blast. Why haven't I seen this movie before? I'm a dum-dum. But I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. You should all watch Time After Time. It is a really good movie. And I wish it was a movie that I'd just grown up with and seen multiple times or something like that. Because this would have been my jam as a kid, as a teenager, and me as a almost 40-year-old. It was... man. You know, I'm a old school Doctor Who fan from when I was a little boy, and a movie like this is just like, what's the premise of this again? And I haven't seen this? When did it come out? 1979? Weird. Oh well, you can't have watched everything. Hey, and I watched a good movie. Oh my goodness. Yes! More good movies. Yoo-hoo!